Well, I have made it to the pond I'm gonna be fishing today, and it's gonna be another windy one, but that's just typical living in New England. It's like windy all the time. And the pond I'm fishing today is not very big. I don't know, maybe 50 acres or so. But from what I hear, there are some good fish in here. That's why I decided to try it out. Now I'm gonna try a technique here that I've never tried here before. It is kind of flipping a Texas rig into these floating islands to see what happens. Usually I kind of fish around the outside of the islands, like with a chatterbait, spinnerbait, something like that. But I figured why not tackle it a new way, something I don't have a lot of experience in. And as you guys can tell, I already have the kayak all set up. I got 4 rods with me today. I'm gonna be starting off with that Texas rig, like I said earlier, and then I also have a wacky rig, a frog, and then a spinnerbait over there. So I got plenty of time today to catch some fish, and I got plenty of lures to do it. So hopefully I can figure out what they're biting on here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, 5 minutes ago, it was kind of cold, windy, and rainy. Now, it's still kind of windy, but I got blue skies. So I think maybe my sweatshirt might have been a bad call. All right, let's get this step in here. Yeah, so these are the 2 baits I'm gonna start flipping with. I think I'm gonna start with this bandito bug and green pumpkin. And then I got 20-pound fluorocarbon. And this is a 3/8 of an ounce worm weight. And right now I just have a river bug from Bass Pro. Actually, you know what? Why not? I'll just start off with this. And if this gets destroyed, then I'll switch over to one of my other baits. I am going to be doing one thing, and I'm just gonna do a little bit on the tips. You guys saw that pretty well, and I didn't just mess it up. Cool, why not just start right here? First fish flipping. Not gonna lie, it is gonna be a tough one today with all this wind. I only can get one flipping before I'm pushed up against this bank, but first fish for me today, about a pounder. I don't get a bite rather quick, then I'm gonna be switching up, only because there's not really too much to flip along this shoreline. I can flip these lily pads, but like I said, if I don't get a bite doing that pretty quick, I think I'm gonna either switch over to the spinnerbait or even possibly the frog. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to the frog for a little bit. I don't want to get up, guys. One last. Alright, one last cast with the frog. And I think I'm going to switch to the spinnerbait. But this spinnerbait I'm throwing is 3/8 of an ounce from Strike King. And the trailer I have on the back of it is just a Kitech. And I believe I got this spinnerbait just right at Walmart for like $6. Had a little bluegill attack my lure or something. Little guy. Quick release. How's You know what? I'm switching back to the frog for a little bit. Don't know why, but these weeds are calling my name. Switching back over to the spinnerbait. Little guy. I think it's a little bass. Yep, a little bit bass. Maybe a 3/4 pounder right there. Come on. Cool. Man. One thing that I noticed about kayaks is I pulled myself to that fish rather than kind of pulling the fish towards me. Small fish. Honestly, I thought it was going to be way bigger than that. I didn't think it was a giant by any means, but I thought it was going to be like a 2-pounder maybe. But not gonna lie, that first frog hook set was weak. Ooh. That one looked like a little guy. All right, so we might have found the pattern. Frog and pads. Spinnerbait looks pretty good right now. That feels like a nicer one. That's because it is a nicer one. So maybe I should have been using the spinnerbait. The spinnerbait out in open water here. That is a nice 2-pounder right there on the spinnerbait. Oh my goodness. Fish. Very sneaky. There's a nice one too, I think. Yeah, that's a nice bass. I just got him up at the surface right now. Get up here. Nice. On the spinnerbait again. Cool. So I definitely think I'm finding a pattern here. Spinnerbait, open water. I think that's a nice one. Cool. Oh, look how fat that one is. Oh, he just fit. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, you guys probably can't hear me because of the wind, but I'm going to do this outro anyway. Definitely not the most successful day out on the water. I kind of wish I started out with the spinnerbait and just kept the spinnerbait in my hand the whole day. Honestly, that probably would have caught me the most fish, but I think those couple fish on the frog gave me a couple of false hopes, and I think I threw the frog for just a little bit too long. The spinnerbait I was using was just 3/8 of an ounce, and I believe I just got it from Walmart. It's a Strike King spinnerbait with a Kitech paddle tail on the back. I'm hungry, I'm sunburned, I need to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I come out with videos every single